Welcome back to another episode of Privacy Matters. My name is Tobin. I'm the CEO of USpace and the host of Privacy Matters. And today we're going to walk through how USpace works, what you can expect when you onboard, and what the strategy is for upgrading your personal communications to useful is for the future. USpace is a radical departure from the social networks that you are using today, such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. These social networks have at their core publishing. And it's that media publishing model that makes them very dynamic, very powerful, and also the programming around it, the way in which communication is done on these social networks is highly sophisticated. It's what I would call 21st century communication. And there is no one that's going to contest that these platforms are incredibly sophisticated and doing a fantastic job of connecting people on a network. The issue is that, and the reason these are in red is because these networks are compromised for the business of life because they have media pushed into the middle of them. So what do we use to deal with our personal life and our personal business? We use over here for our personal private communications, we use email, phone, and text. The big difference is that these technologies are old. They're from the 20th century. They are sprawling, they're disorganized, and they're really actually pretty much outdated. What does USpace do that's different than all of these other social networks, and what does USpace do that's different than these 20th century private communications? 20th century is gone, and then the published 21st century is gone, and then this barrier is gone, and now we have one united private social network that is working together. Okay, so in the social network side, we still have a social network, but we've eliminated publishing and media and spying and targeting and data mining, all these things which invade personal space within your social network.
Boom, they are gone, right?
Now over here on the private side, what we have is the 20th century. There's nothing wrong with the 20th century. The only problem is that it's created a lot of legacy products and that these emails, phone calls, and all of the proliferation of various messaging apps happening now are constantly these little units that are pulling people in all these different directions. So it's like, go this way or go this way. I'm using this platform. I'm using this platform. So the consumer is in this trap where there's so many different channels, and there's information here that you need over here, and that's a problem because the person over here has no idea what's going on. It's an extremely disorganized way of communicating, and yet it is our current normal. In 2019, the reason this is our current normal is because social networks have been corrupted by publishing. They have publishing forced into the middle of them, which has made us totally dependent on these legacy communication tools. Now, once you get rid of this problem entirely and you unite private with social network, that means that any person on this network has a direct 21st century one-to-one relationship where personal information can be transmitted. And it can be transmitted efficiently because it's inside of a network. And there's other people in the network. So if you want to organize these three people and put them in a room, you can do it on a network. That is efficient 21st century organization, which we currently have in the structure of the publishing platforms that are common in Silicon Valley. The only problem is the way in which they're configured makes them impossible to use for social networks' most powerful thing. So thanks for joining me for another episode of Privacy Matters. You can share this video with other people by clicking like right down here, or subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Until next time, remember, privacy matters.